Nexus members, welcome to the recap and award show for week 12. We are now in week 13. This is the last week of the season, and it's getting good. It's getting so amazing. I am so shocked at what's been going on. But we got to get into the first thing. We got to get into the recap, my favorite part. We're going to start off first up with the Heffenators going against the Trees. And it turns out that the Trees pulled it off this week, beating me 114.8 to 92.2. I got to be honest with you, I was shocked I broke 90. My guys did not play well this week. And I have to say, Ronnie Hillman I didn't know. I was reading, I was hearing, I was watching CBS Sports before the game started, and they were all saying, you gotta play Ronnie Hillman. You have Ronnie Hillman? Put in Ronnie Hillman. This dude was the backup for Willis McGahee. McGahee gets hurt, I'm thinking, that's perfect. This motherfucker had 2 carries. What the And the worst part is his first carry was a fucking first down 10 yards straight. Hello, why don't we go with him? Nah, let's give him one more carry, loses a fucking yard, so I get 9 out of him. And they're like, we don't need him. Put in fucking Moreno. What the fuck? What the fuck? As in Alex would say, bullshit. But I'm not like that. I take the loss. The Trees are now 5-7, and I am stuck at 500 at 6-6. Now we're going to move on to the next one. We got the Coney Island's finest going against the Bone Crushers. Enter. He's black. He got his bones crushed by the Bone Crushers. He lost, I believe it was 126.9 to 76.2. Here is one reason why. The fact is you started Willis McGahee. He's hurt. So, he not playing. Okay, so that was bad. And I don't know how to go with that. But now the Coney Island's finest is 3-8. They're the worst team in this league. So, we don't know what's going to go on with that. But when the playoffs come, they will have the winner's bracket, loser's bracket. Maybe Shane will turn out not to be the worst team in this league. We're going to move on to the next one. We got the Wifey Bowl Part 2. We got Lotus Flower Bomb going against Lay That Ass. This was a playoff match, actually, right now, because the winner was actually going to take the spot of the loser in the playoffs. If Sophia won, she'd still stay. If Lena won, she took her spot. Well, what do you know? Lay That Ass this week, beating Sophia 163.5 to 103.6. Turns out she laid that ass into the playoffs, and she is now number 6. But we're going to get on to the next one. We got Dirty Sanchez going against the replacements. And it turns out that Dirty Sanchez did not win. But the replacements took that victory. They got 132 to 88.2. Alyssa's 4-8. Which, you know what? It's pretty fucking good. I give her credit. You know what? I salute, because we were thinking this team's probably never going to win. Obviously, you did a couple of trades. And now you become a powerhouse team. But it's just too fucking late. You're not going to make the playoffs this year. And but better luck next year. And I wish her the best. And she said she's going to be back for next season. So I'm very excited about that. But now we got to get into something a little more interesting. We got Ryan Leaf's comeback going against the Funky Comedinas. And goddamn, this match gave me a boner. It was ridiculous. And I mean ridiculous. I was watching that, and me and Sean were talking yesterday in the morning, saying like, yo, our guys need to really step up. We didn't really, Cam Newton has not been having a good season in this fucking game. Wow. Sean lost by 0.7. Originally was 0.5. And then he kneeled twice. And kneeling is almost like a rushing yard. You go back a yard, you kneel, you lose a yard, and he lost by 0.7. He was 0.5 and it became 0.7. God forbid he was up by 0.1. He would have lost by 0.1. And I gotta say, that would have been the funniest thing in fucking the whole entire world. But because of the Ryan Leafs comeback loss, the Funky Comedinas, they have made the playoffs. He's locked his spot, but he didn't get the bye week yet. That will depend on this coming week if he gets the bye week. He is playing the replacements, and he, for some reason, thinks he's going to whip her ass. You better watch out. By the way, this is the first time the Funky Comedinas had actually broken 130. About time. So I just want to tip my cap off to the Funky Comedians. Welcome to the playoffs. I'm really excited, and I knew you were going to be here. Ryan Leaf's comeback, I'm really fucking sorry, dude. That was just, you had to be here watching the game with us. I mean, I'm just checking, and we're watching. I saw Cam Newton run, and he threw the pass, and I said, that's it. That's it, it's over. I check, and it said 0.5. I said, oh, no. I said, they're gonna run it. I'm thinking maybe they'll run it with Cam, but then he kneeled, and I'm like, oh, fuck, that sucks. Game over. All right, he loses by 0.5. Then I realized it went 0.6. I'm like, what? Kneels again. 0.7. Oh, fuck. You're getting minus points for kneeling. Fuck. That's just sad. Fuck, man. Oh, my God. That's all I can say. I'm just, crazy. Let me recap real quick again. We got the Heffenators going against the Trees. Trees take that victory. Coney Island's finest, the Bound Crushers. Black Bound Crushers win. Lotus Flower Bomb, lay that ass and lay that ass, lay that ass. Dirty Sanchez, the replacements. The replacements take that one. Ryan Leaf's comeback, heartbreaking fucking loss to the Funky Commodinas. So we gotta get to one major part. Is one of my personal favorites, the award show. So I want to get right now into the award show. Sorry? So I don't know what the fuck that was, but we got some technical difficulties on that moment. I do apologize. That was fucking weird. So let's get, where was I? We get into the award show. Okay. So let's start off strictly. We got the MVP of the week is going to none other than Lay That Ass. Lena gets the MVP with 163.5. Tony Romo and Des Bryant gave you a fucking push in the ass. Lay that ass. So she gets the MVP this week. Going on for somebody's hurting for squirting, and somebody definitely was hurting for squirting. I think it's a little obvious, but it turns out that the Coney Island's finest, aka Shane, is hurting for squirting for starting a injured player. So I don't know how many times you've won this, Shane, but next year you're going to step this up. Step it up, okay. Next we got, you got knocked the fuck out. Somebody got knocked the fuck out, and it turns out that it was Lotus Flower Bomb Sophia got knocked out by 59.9. Let's just say you got knocked out by 60 points. Oh my God. You got knocked the fuck out. Lay that ass on your face. It's nuts. Moving on to the next one, we got coulda, woulda, shoulda, but they didn't. And I'm telling you, if you did it, you would have won. That's going to have to go to Ryan Leaf's comeback, a.k.a. Sean. For not starting, let's start it here. Jeremy Macklin, Edelman, and Sanu from Cincinnati. If you started just one of those three guys, you would have won. But you didn't do it. That's why you coulda, woulda, shoulda. You coulda, you woulda. And I know you probably fucking shoulda. But you didn't do it. And you got the loss. Sadly. Really, really sad. Even though in the beginning we all thought, you probably didn't think, I probably have no shot. But then it got close. And of course, we got to bring back everybody's favorite award, the Heartbreaker Award, because we got some heartbreaking going on right now. And it turns out that Sean's getting the Heartbreaker yet again. Sean lost by 0.7. Originally 0.5, but loses by 0.7. Oh my God, that's just, oh man. I know we had worse with 0.2, but you don't understand. It was just ridiculous. I mean, these Heartbreaker Awards have been given out a lot this season, and it just hurts deep down inside. So that's how let's recap that real quick. The MVP, we're going to lay that ass. Lena, hurting for a squirting. Somebody's hurting for a squirting. It's obviously Shane. Knocked the fuck out. It's probably happened a couple more times. And Lotus Flower Bomb got knocked the fuck out by Lay That Ass. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sean for not starting Macklin, Edelman, or Sanu. One of those three. And the Heartbreaker Award has to go to Ryan Leaf's comeback, Sean, for losing by 0.7. Originally was 0.5 before the 2 kneel downs. Now, I'd like to bring to everyone's attention, we have a special guest with us today. Let me get it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring to you what you are playing for this year and from now on, as long as we continue this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you The Crown. This is The Crown. And it's not fake. It is in fact a crown. And it has something written on it. Oh, look, somebody's here right now. It seems that the Dirty Sanchez is here right now. The losing Dirty Sanchez, must I add that one.
That's okay.
But she's still in the playoffs, as we know. I didn't get to that yet. But I want to show you the trophy right now. This is the crown, as we know. His little football on top. This is the only plastic part for some reason. But this is all aluminum. And it's really nice. Now we're trying to figure out if we're going to put your names on the sides or we're going to go for like a Stanley Cup. And we're going to put the names on the cup, but we'll figure that out soon. But I want you to see this. There we go. As you can see, it says Nexus Fantasy Football League Champions. And probably going to stay here. So, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of looks good with me. It's cute. Okay, so I'm going to put that down now. Alright, we got to get into the playoff talk real quick. In the playoff talk, I want to break down the playoff situation right now. At number 1, we have Dirty Sanchez with her bye week. She's already locked into the bye weeks. Number 2 is the Bound Crushers, and the Bound Crushers, in fact, they're in the playoffs. They've locked themselves in. The Funky Comedinas at 3 have locked themselves in. Win this week will get the bye week. Number 4, we got Ryan Leaf's comeback. So he's still locked in the playoffs, but not yet. But I feel he's going to be there. Number 5, we got none other than the Heffenators. That's me. I feel I'm going to be good too, so I should be safe. Number 6, we got Lay That Ass. Turns out Lay That Ass has taken the Lotus Flower Bomb spot, and now she is number 6. Number 7 is the Trees. The Trees. Now this is going to get interesting because if I beat Lena and the Trees win and beat the Bone Crushers, Mark's in. Lena's out. Mark's in. So it's going to be an interesting week. And of course, at number 8, we got Lotus Flower Bomb. I personally believe she is now knocked out of the playoffs, and you are going to the losing bracket. So I will be back with your Week 13 predictions, and maybe I'll just have a special guest with me.